I met a gypsy.
Over the year, you guys, you're probably very unique as a track because of how much you have going on consistently and regularly. And I guess I'm not privy to what everyone's track does, but it seems like from my perspective that Tuesday, Thursday practice, there's Saturday REM, and then there's the two-stroke worlds, there's World Vets, there's Works Racing, there's Glen Helen 24-hour. So you guys are one of the unique tracks that really has a stacked calendar of your own and collaborated events that will run all year.
Correct. And that goes back to Jody. When I first met Jody and I was working full-time, he goes, well, what are you going to be, a practice track or a race track? And I'm like, I didn't know what I was doing. And he goes, I go, well, what's the difference? He goes, well, one, you just practice all the time. The other one, you want to race. And I said, well, what do I want to do? And he goes, you want to race. And I said, okay. So as putting the schedule together, I always made sure we had races. And we're lucky enough that I can run 7-8 events a weekend. So the promoters that come in that are smaller and stuff, we can make a deal that they don't have to lose money because I can have practice on one track, they can race on another track. I can have. So that's kind of why it's always busy, because I can do multiple events all the time. And, like when Works or something like that comes in, of course I can't. But I'm lucky enough, like last weekend, I think I had 5 different events going on.
Yeah, right.
So that's the benefit of Glen Helen. And that's just because he has so much property. He built the Lucas track with Lucas. That's another whole facility. And we just built the new little 50-65 track with the Stasic tracks, and then we've kind of redone the vet track, which now we call the Arroyo track. So,
which is really good, actually.
Yes,
Yeah,
we've done a lot of changes in the last couple of years on that. So that's how it was at race. And so my job when I first started there was to make a calendar and have a lot of races.
Right. It's hard to get on your calendar now.
It is hard to get on the calendar.
Yeah. I actually want to get on your calendar next year.
Yeah, and we
do
don't
you have
just...
a race?
Yeah, I got a race.
Oh, great.
Good. Yeah,
just call. Yeah, and like
Lori.
we're not just motocross too. We run mud runs. I ran, we have Tough Mudder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we run the Tough Mudder race. And most people don't know that, but we do run Tough Mudder, and there's 7,500 people that run those hills.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a great place, unless it's windy.
Yeah.
Then it's not. That's what I mean.
4-letter word, wind.
No,
we hate the wind.
Yeah, no one loves the wind. But man, I've had some days there that I think it's actually also what makes Glen Helen really special is that it's fucking hard. Like, it's very hard to be good at that track. It's very hard to do motos at that track. Like, it's hard work. I'll get 20 minutes into a moto there and I got snot dripping down my nose and I'm choking on sand and mud and the hills and like I cartwheeled down Mount St. Helen a month ago at the Yamaha race. Yeah, it wasn't fun. So it's like, it's a real track. And when you go there, you've got to be prepared for it to be awesome for a bit, the wind blow up, turn it to a shitty, uncomfortable day. Like, it's a hard place to be, like to have an easy time, you know? Right. And I think that adds to it as well, it's a really gnarly place and you got to put your time in, you have to respect it. Like, I got too comfortable, and I didn't respect that hill, and that hill flung me off it. And I think that also makes it super special as well, is that it's not nerfed, it's not easy, it's not, that main track's not friendly, but it's like that's what motocross kind of should be in a way.
In a way, yeah. Yes. You always remember your vacations. You remember the difficult times in a fond way later on.
Yeah.
You don't remember the ones that you just sat by the pool and drank margaritas or whatever.
Yeah.
No. Or the ones you had trouble with, or your bike broke down or whatever.
Yeah. So I think it's super special in that sense as well, that it's just a hard place to. You're really never going to master it in a sense.
But not intentionally. We want to make it it just is. I mean, it's not intentionally do we make it hard, do we, Lori?
No, I don't.
I wouldn't say that it's purposefully hard, but it's just big hills. The dirt's always changing. Exactly. Like there's a lot of people on it. There's a lot of fast guys on it. Like it's just it's a real track. It's got big hills. It's fast. A lot of it's got kind of everything.
It does.
And it makes it a real track, you know.
Well, that's if you know Bones Bankin from Pro Circuit, their
Yep,
big
yep.
tuner. When he was working for him, their riders were not allowed to come to Glen Helen until 2:00 in the afternoon on Thursday. He would not let them come out till 2:00 because he didn't want them to run the track until it was the roughest part of the day.
Yeah, yeah.
And they won several championships that way, so I guess it worked for him.
Oh man, well, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So I guess should we get into the national? Is there any other stuff that you guys? I just want to give people that maybe aren't fully familiar just a real good scope of like why you do this. You know what you're getting out of it. I guess a look into your love for the sport and your passion for the sport, and what you guys have done for the sport over the last.
Well, I think it is the passion because, and again, the last 40 years it's been all passion. It's not a money making thing. We want to make money so we can grow and put it back into the sport, and also share it with the riders and the teams and everything like that. All the stakeholders should.
But it should make money, right? Like it's a business.
It does.
Yeah,
well,
like
it has
it's a
to make
business.
money.
Yeah. I'm never mad at people making money.
Yeah, but it's just.
He puts a lot back into it. I don't think you see too many tracks that have a huge museum like we have, or the Walk of Fame, or I know promoters come and they're just so excited because we have towers with air conditioning. And we have regular restrooms. I don't know how big of a deal that is to customers that come in, but that is huge.
I can tell you my wife appreciates it. You know?
Well, and there were many years where we lost money, and I would take money out of my other businesses to put it into Glen Helen, but I believed in it. But honestly say the last, 5-10 years, it makes a profit each year.
Yeah.
So it's
which we want that.
Yeah.
Correct.
No, and that was the plan.
Yeah.
But it can be a spark plug for the next generation. I need somebody. Lori's here. She's going to do it as long as I'm around, I think. Hopefully, I'll do it as long as she's around. But we need to look what the future is and stuff like that. So and who's going to take on that in the future? I have my son. He's a racer. He races off road.
Yeah.
And so he has an interest in it, and maybe we'll keep it going.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.